Welcome to this video, where I reveal a secret about Lao Song and his house. Despite achieving his dream, he's still confused. Tonight, he visits the once luxurious boss lady's shop. 7 years blurred the memory. She only recalled the customer who fled after trying the bar exam when her son reminded her. The boss lady wasn't angry because his mere presence said it all. Then, she pulled out a thick stack of envelopes from her pocket. Subtitles: she desired to repay the emotional debt that had weighed on her heart for years, yet the boss lady firmly declined to accept it. Witnessing the boss lady's sincere joy on his behalf, Lao Song couldn't resist giving her a heartfelt, tight embrace. Her grace and generosity warmed his tough times. From then on, Lao Song treated the boss lady's restaurant like his personal cafe. Not only did he eat there daily, but he also dragged his assistant along every time. As business boomed, Lao Song even hired a curvaceous secretary. This made many of his colleagues green with envy. They not only rushed to join the real estate craze, but also protested Lao Song's market monopoly. Lao Song knew that with more people sharing the cake would just get smaller. Smart folks are always looking for the next opportunity. After discussing with his assistant, he decided to shift his focus to tax law. However, Lao Song seemed to forget his childhood dream of becoming a lawyer. That evening, he took his classmates out to the boss lady's restaurant, feeling on top of the world. He boasted of his achievements to classmates, who all smiled in response. One classmate, a journalist, opened the TV and caught the footage of Korea's military coup. Many dissenters were arrested as leftists, a truly tragic scene. The journalist said that a lawyer's duty is to uphold social fairness and justice, not to flaunt their wealth. But Lao Song had a different opinion. In such an environment, Lao Song thought being low-key was the smartest move. He felt protesting was just asking for trouble. Hearing him label those brave enough to speak for justice as foolish, the journalist couldn't help but fiercely debate him. Their argument rattled the glass door until it shattered, but afterward, the boss lady didn't blame Lao Song at all. Instead, she helped him apply ointment on his wound. The boss lady had already treated him like her own child. This place was truly a sanctuary for Lao Song's soul. While the boss lady went to change bandages, Lao Song asked if her son Saoi had joined the protest. He felt powerless but still cared about the Saoi stayed silent, and Lao Song remarked that such actions were dangerous and pointless, but Saoi's response took everyone by surprise. Lao Song was momentarily speechless, so he left cash on the counter, as if money held all the truths. "Thank you. You should take it. You jerk, how can you even be a child of no one?" Lao Song's offhand remark was overheard by the returning boss lady, hitting her sore spot. "You jerk. Did you eat your dad's money? Getting duped when drunk is just pathetic." Before Lao Song could explain, the boss lady kicked him out. By now, he was sobering up, wondering if he really did something wrong. Since becoming a lawyer, he first questioned his own heart, but the restaurant trouble didn't affect his business. As a transforming tax lawyer, Lao Song continued to thrive, delivering great results to them. His excellent results in tax lawsuits attracted the attention of one of Korea's top 10 construction companies. His assistant told him that if he handled this case well, his reputation alone. Lao Song intended to share the good news and apologize to the boss lady, but heard from neighbors at the restaurant that it had closed over a month ago. Soon, he learned the reason. One day at work, he found the boss lady huddled in the hallway, heartbreaking. Knowing Lao Song was a lawyer, the boss lady begged him for help. It turned out that Saoi had been missing for over a month, and she had received a court summons just the day before. The boss lady wanted to visit the detention center, but was told she could not meet anyone. Lao Song sensed something fishy, but just then, his assistant walked into the office. The assistant reminded Lao Song that today was the meeting with a big client. After hearing that, the boss lady clutched Lao Song tightly, knowing he was her only ray of hope. This was the first time such a thing happened to Lao Song, and he felt a bit lost, but he decided to leave the office for now. Arriving at the meeting place, Lao Song found his mind entirely elsewhere, resulting in a rushed conclusion to the discussion. Although Lao Song was extremely greedy for money, if his legal knowledge only served personal gain and he couldn't protect those around him, he'd lose his race and deontry. In the afternoon, Lao Song inquired around and finally found the boss lady's address, but discovered she was not home. He sat by the door until sunset, falling asleep unintentionally until he was awakened late at night by the return of the boss lady. Upon seeing Lao Song, the mother's eyes reignited with hope, and in that moment, Lao Song seemed to recognize the weight of being a lawyer. The next day, he took the boss lady to the detention center and told the staff that refusing visitation was illegal and presented his status as a lawyer. It was only after a phone call that the staff members finally made the decision to let them leave. However, when they saw Zaiwei again, he was disheveled and expressionless. He tried to rush into his mother's arms but collapsed to the ground, his injuries rendering him unable to stand. Witnessing the scene, Lao Song was filled with rage, while the mother was so furious that she wanted to take on the officials. Such severe lawlessness in a supposed land of justice was utterly outrageous. Lao Song's mind swirled with confusion and fury, but then Zaiwei was quickly dragged away by the staff, and the mother fainted on the spot. At that moment, a sense of dread crept into Lao Song's heart, and he resolved to uncover the truth at any cost. After leaving the detention center, he rushed to his senior's office, only to find them already discussing the case. Realizing it was orchestrated by the national security, Zaiwei and several students were arrested as leftists for having read a few banned books. After studying all night, Lao Song found that these books merely introduced different social systems such absurd charges. As cases under the national security law are represented by dispatch lawyers, Lao Song, without a wink of sleep, decided to step up as the defense attorney for this case. But the seniors advised him to think twice, as in such cases, regardless of winning or losing, he'd offend someone and might not receive any compensation.